Will the children laugh and scream in the parks in Calistoga? Water lilies gleam by a restaurant door. Dog barks in stairwells and don't have a light as I stare at a rock in the pond. Saw a man who staked his life to live through the sledge and to make something more, to make a pledge. He was broken and drunk and on a window ledge, and a bridesmaid waved a wand, and I put my foot on the lawn, got my blue jeans and all my daydreams. My mind, it is trouble, but I hope my soul is clean. Took me back to Hyattsville, far before Manitoba, when I wanted to be chill, feel the barking of Batoga. Dropped a few names and heard a distant Dolores. Saw Dolores drifting down the lane. She was too soft to hold, you're too young to care, too young to be done with romantic love, too old to share. And the difference between us was lost in the chair as I stared at an overhead plane, and I prayed we were going insane. Got my blue jeans and all my daydreams. My mind, it is trouble, but I hope my soul is clean. Look away, do not drink all the poison. Let it swirl down the drain. Let a mythic man behold him. Let the good life of a golden hill heart try to unfold him before they all go away. And what did you mean? What you said without finality? You weren't through wise, but you knew your mortality would not match the hills when you got to the valley, and you got lost in the spray. And I hope you're still okay. Got my blue dreams and all my daydreams. My mind, it is trouble, but I hope my soul is clean. Yeah, I hope my soul
everybody. My name is Rob Arnold. I am a program director and curator of events at Hugo House, Seattle's literary center. If you don't know Hugo House, it's a place where you can read words, hear words, and make your own words better. So I like to think that we're the perfect co-conspirators for Bushwick Book Club Seattle, whose mission it is to make those words on the page, quite literally, sing. And tonight you have the great pleasure of hearing from three amazing local writers, all former writers in residence at Hugo House, who will be receiving the Bushwick Book Club treatment tonight. And those marvelous, magical, and dare I say musical writers are Amber Flame, author of Ordinary Cruelty, Anastacia-Reneé, author of V, and Kristen Millares Young, author of Subduction. I love these writers. And if you don't already love them yourselves, I know that you're going to love them after tonight. So, get settled, pour yourselves a delicious beverage, or two, or three, I'm not judging, and prepare to have your socks knocked clean into another dimension. Enjoy.
Thank you, Rob. I'm not even wearing socks. And thank you, viewers, for tuning in. Bushwick is delighted to partner with Hugo House for this presentation, and we look forward to the time when we can hold events in your theater space again. Tonight you'll hear music from Shaudi, Bianca, Vahdat, Adra Boo, Okanomodé, Massey, Adé A Cônnére, Nottingham, Wicks, Seamons Briar, and Shaina Shephard. Many of tonight's musicians and readers are with us live in the chat, so performers, announce yourselves and say hello. The Bushwick Selfie Committee is also here, offering responses to the question, what is your favorite thing about the Seattle arts scene? And there will be a quiz. Special thanks to Town Hall Seattle for partnership and promotional support. Tonight we welcome your tax-deductible donation in lieu of a cover charge, and forms are available at thebushwickbookclubseattle.com/donate or bit.ly/bushwickxhugo. Here we go.
What do I like most about the Seattle art scene? I work at Hugo House. What do you think I like most about the Seattle art scene? I like the writers.
Thank you, Bushwick and artist, for adapting my poems from V. Blues. When she hears the blues, Zaffrey, her body a horn, baby, her body a piano, and those fingers run themselves across her black. When she hears the blues, sky, it's not always melancholy, cobalt, not always tissue and mascara. Sometimes it's just peacock, a draft in the middle of summertime, spruce, a cloud forming around the moon, her blues, denim, not a crust of bread or azure, baby come back, her blues, lapis, more like rainy day in a swimsuit, indigo, or too much jam in a tight, slippery space.
Hi everyone, my name is Shaudi Bianca Vahdat, and for tonight's program I had the joy of putting one of Anastacia-Reneé's poems, which is called Blues, to music. I was drawn to this poem right away. My own interpretation of it, and I think what really made me want to put it to music, was the idea I found in it of the blues not needing to necessarily be something big and dramatic like we would hear about in our favorite blues songs, but also something that can be very personal, something that can be a tiny moment in someone's day. And that sort of took me down the path of, well, if someone is having their own personal blues moment, whatever that means for them, they might not have a full orchestra, a full band at their disposal. They may not have any instruments on them, in fact, beside their own voice. So usually I write songs on my piano or sometimes on the guitar. But for this piece, I just sat with the text and tried to be really present with the poem and really listen to the poem and let the text guide me toward a melody. And I just sort of took it from there. So I'm happy to share it with you now.
When she hears the blues, her body a horn, her body a piano, and those fingers run themselves across her back. When she hears the blues, it's not always melancholy, not always tissue and mascara. Sometimes it's just a draft in the summertime, a cloud forming around the moon, her blues. Not a crust of bread, or baby come back, her blues. More like rainy day in a swimsuit, or too much jam in a tight, slippery space. When she hears the blues, zephyrs, her body a horn, her body a piano, baby, and those fingers run themselves across her black. When she hears the blue sky, it's not always melancholy, not always tissue and mascara. Sometimes it's just a draft in the summertime, cloud forming around the moon, her blues. Not a crust of bread, or baby come back, her blues. More like rainy day in a swimsuit, or too much jam in a tight, slippery space.
You know, actually what I really like most about the Seattle art scene are the people in it, because we have such a diverse, generous, warm, and creative bunch of people. So much for the Seattle Freeze, right?
As told by Mary. 1. I want to hold a newborn in my arms, give her a name like Trinity. I want to wear magenta eyeshadow and bake cookies for budding 5th grade girls. But no one wants to utter my name for happiness' sake. Not once or twice or 3 times. Bloody Mary. 2. Alice, my only confidant, spends her time telling me about this pill, this hole, this rabbit, this head on, this head off. And who wants to keep changing, chanting into something, someone they're not always, was, is, won't ever be? Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. When did it come to this? The summoners. bullied boys on nutrition breaks, wealthy sorority daredevils, soy candles in dark dorm rooms, lady fingers and eyelashes saluting the air. 13 times begging my face to appear next to a toilet, a sink, a shower. Not because I'm clean, but because they just want to be Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. For it's not so easy to keep blood behind the glass. The visitors twisting my ovaries, the world toying with my worth. Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary.
Don't ever say my name. Maybe I can build it back like bricks that you can never blow away. My back, my arms, my face. Maybe if I never let them go, then they would never lose their way. But what is it to say I'm just a body? If I say more, the reactions become so strange. But we both know the weight I carry satisfies the whole of never understanding who I am or of my soul. They place me in the dark when all I ever wanted was to build up from the heart. Forgotten from the start. I never stood a chance when your grandfather stole it first from my mama. And here I stand reaching with my all out for you to find on me your own doubts. The image of a face I never recognized. Turn out the lights, adjust your eyes. Once my flame was bright, maybe it was a dream designed to set the mind aflame. Felt love by candlelight. Maybe the fire burned me to the core, taking my life and the life that was to be. She holds her hand out, offer me the key to change my vision, view my whole trajectory. And tell me now, will anyone else ever recognize the true me? What is this life? You live and grow and wish for souls of ancestors to lift you up. Sure that this is right. The loudest voice to blind you from your mission, and here you end up with children and their fucked up stories about who you were. And the blood is boiling in you, but just not enough to make you wanna give two fucks which Mary shows up. And well, that's a thing, Mary. Mary. Mary.
My favorite thing about the Seattle art scene is how innovative and unexpected it always is. I came to Seattle just under 2 years ago, and I'm always discovering new art forms like Bushwick Book Club, musicians writing songs based on books. I never would have thought of it, but I am all here for it.
Psalms from a 16-year-old's life Bible. Psalm 77. You could go to school and get shot at lunch while eating a dry peanut butter and jelly sandwich your mother made for you with a note that says, I love you. It could be your best friend's dad's gun. He could be mad at you just because you blank or anything. Blessed are the boys who eat lunch. Psalms 62. You could be walking to the library really slow because you are tired from the day, getting your English literature mandatory reading and get stopped by the police. They could rip your hoodie off and spit on your jeans. You could live, you could die, es no importa. Your Spanish teacher just said that to you and you really, really like the sound of it. Tell no one, tell no one. Blessed are the boys who walk to the library. Psalm 23. You could be driving your mother's car to the grocery store to get flour for the chicken you want and get shot because you blank or anything. You could tell them you need to grab your wallet, which is under the seat because it fell, because you are a new driver and didn't think to put it in the glove compartment. You might try to tell them you need to grab it. You might try. You might try. Es no importa, you really liked it when your Spanish teacher told you that. Es no importa or anything. Blessed are the boys who reach for their wallets. Psalm 47. You might get asked by 3 jocks all at once why you're not going to homecoming. They might say, is it because you can't find a boy? They might have a moment of compassion. Might say, maybe you're not gay. Try, just try to take a girl and see what happens. You might hear all your friends talk about the suits and shoes and corsages and hairspray. You might sit in your room in the dark eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich your mother made you with a note that says, I love you. Blessed are the gay boys sitting in the dark. Psalm 56. You might have a craving to hang out with a guy over 30 who knows some stuff. You might try not to miss your dad who is over 30 and knows some stuff, knows you. You might say, fuck him in your journal in bubble letters or anything. You might look in the mirror and wonder why you have the same face. You might feel depression about this, making you sick. You might throw up and not clean your bathroom properly. Es no importa, es no importa, es no importa. Nothing's important. You remember your Spanish teacher being thrilled you like this phrase. Es no importa. You might try and clean the bathroom well. Your teacher might tell your mother you are not living up to your full potential. And you think to yourself, you might get shot at lunch anyway. Blessed are the boys whose fathers are disappointing. Hello? Hello? Is anyone on the main line? I'm calling because I tried yesterday and the main line wouldn't pick up. Hello? 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 Is anybody hearing me? Hello? Hello? It's no importa. It's not important.
Blessed be the angels in need. Blessed be the angels who bleed. Blessed are the stolen in the night. Blessed be the scriptures in their skin. Blessed every sunrise they breathe again. Hold them in the absence of Daddy's arms. Protect them in this war of wicked hearts. Oh, it's just an ordinary day, not unlike any other day. Peanut butter and jelly day, throw on my hoodie kind of day, walk to the library kind of day, trying to stay alive again today. Pray I make it home in one piece today. Blessed be the cage birds in every locker room. Blessed be the homecoming king without his groom. Blessed be the angels who answer to either or. Blessed every soul who is both and neither nor. Blessed be the scriptures in their skin. Blessed every sunrise they breathe again. Hold them in the absence of mommy's arms. Protect them in this war on their tender hearts. Oh, it's just an ordinary day, not unlike any other day. Peanut butter and jelly day, throw on my hoodie kind of day, walk to the library kind of day, trying to stay alive again today. Pray I make it home in one piece today. Ooh, it's just an ordinary day. Ooh, it's just an ordinary day. Ooh, it's just an ordinary day. Ooh, pray I make it home in one piece today. It's just an ordinary day.
You know, things have changed a lot in Seattle since I moved up here in 1997, but the whole time I've been here, and it's still like this, I've played music with musicians who are so much better than me and so talented, but they never put you down. And I've just got to play music that has pulled me up by my collar into the next level because I get to play with all these really great musicians. Maybe it's because we have to stay inside all the time instead of running around preening like they do in Los Angeles. I don't know, but that's what I like about the Seattle arts scene.
Hi, My name is Kristen Millares Young. In this book, a Latina anthropologist named Claudia goes out to Nia Bay, Macaw territory on the northwest tip of the lower 48. And she drags some damage with her. Her husband just left her for her sister. And rather than taking some time for her grief to process her own emotions, she soldiers on, not unlike what we are all doing now in the pandemic. So I hope you can spend some time forgiving her for the ethical boundaries that she flouts as she has an affair with the son of her very best research participant, whose name is Peter. Now, in this scene, Peter and Claudia have gone to a bar, and narrated from Peter's perspective, things don't turn out as she intended. Peter took the break, sank a stripe in the side pocket, but left a clusterfuck where the triangle had been. She didn't say anything, let him run the table until he spread too thin to cover the pockets, and then she went to work. She played him just like she did his mother, hiding her intentions right up until she had a good chance at getting what she wanted. He set up their next drinks as she lined up her shots, the other men in the bar paying real close attention as she leaned over the table, hair brushing the felt. Peter saw a dude double-check his pockets, come up empty and nudge his neighbor, bumming change to hold the next game. He stiffened his stance in their direction to show who she'd be leaving with, just as soon as he let her sink the 8-ball. Which she did. Clean shot to the corner pocket. She didn't make a fuss about it, which was good of her. Then again, she looked like the kind of woman who expected to win. Claudia rested the cue on the table. It's time for me to go. Where to? I don't think I should drive. Need a lift? People will talk. That's all they ever do. Peter knew it didn't matter what he said. Whatever she decided, it would be for her own reasons. He waited. He'd always been patient, even as a kid. Do you know a place nearby? Could you drop me off? The motel was only 2 miles down the road, but it seemed like a long way, what with her not talking and staring at the window and sighing, just like a woman to regret a decision as she's making it. She made him reserve the room, waiting out of the truck, half hiding her face with her hand, which was just as well. He got a room whose floors sloped, but the sheets were all right. The harsh overhead light made the bed look like an operating table. He hit the switch, turned up the bedside lamp, and hustled out to the truck to lead her up to the second floor, her foot catching once, twice on the stairs. When they got to the room, she had the nerve to ask him where he would be sleeping. Don't be naive, honey. We both know why we're here. I don't do this kind of thing. I know that. And then he was kissing her neck and taking off her god-awful clothes, tossing them into a corner along with his own. At some point, she stopped pretending and stepped into his arms, which held her loosely now that he knew she was staying. She turned a slow circle, his tip bumping and gliding around her waist, leaving a small, slick trail that gleamed in the lamplight, a detail that delighted him because it had never happened before. A first. He pushed her onto the bed. Her legs were all angles, her fingers clutching the thin lip of mattress as he gave her the kind of head it took his entire 30s to learn. When he came up for air, breath heavy with her tang, he shoved her face sideways with his chin, whispering, "You taste nice." She looked startled to see him. Before she could say no, or wait, or anything, he pushed inside, watching her face, watching her tits shake, watching her eyes, which had trouble focusing. They settled on staying closed as she clutched his shoulders, her mouth helpless, their minds wandering the darkness together. The headboard knocked against the wall in an easy rhythm he found soothing, like a train clicking over rails, their cries getting louder and louder until the ringing, high and shrill, became repetitive enough to get his attention. "'Lo? Sir, we've been getting calls." The clerk's voice was clipped. "I imagine you would. You're listed, aren't you?" "The calls are about a disturbance in your room." "Disturbance? Is there a force field around here or something?" "Sir, it's a noise disturbance from your affair." "Affair? All we're doing is fucking." "Please show some respect. If you can't fuck out loud in a motel, where can you do it?" He slipped the receiver below a pillow and got back to it. Someone pounded on the wall from the other room. Laughing, Peter propped himself up and gave an answer with his right fist. "Hey!" Claudia's eyes were open again. "Down here." "Oh, I know you're there." He dropped to his elbows, the flat of her belly hot against him. "You're a lot nicer when you have a little whiskey in you." He saw her face sour, but she let it go, turning her mouth away and arching her back to bare the pale underside of her jaw. He put his thumb into the crook of it, fingers grappling the back of her neck. Her body torqued as he fucked her, head twisting to one side and the next. She stiffened her shoulders into one axle and drove the pressure down through her hips and into that other mouth, which gaped and begged and was filled. Thank you. That was a reading from Subduction, with many thanks to Hugo House and Bushwick Book Club for making this evening happen.
Hi, Bushwick Book Club. Julia Massey here. It's really nice to be with you again. I know we're not together in person, but you know what? I know we're going to be someday. I know we are. And in the meantime, reading hasn't gone away, and writing music about reading hasn't gone away. And I am so thrilled that I got to submerge myself into Subduction, Kristen Young's phenomenal book that is absolutely rich and teeming with Pacific Northwest imagery. And her characters, Claudia and Peter, became very good friends of mine this week as I read her book. And the lyrics of this song, which is called Walk With Me, are in some cases literally lifted from the book because I found Kristen's writing to be very poetic and lyrical. I hope you enjoy it, and I really look forward to when we can all be in the same room again. And a great big thanks to Wes and Jeff and everybody who puts these on when we're in a pandemic or we're not. Okay. The words, they move with time, though she left town without saying goodbye. Her mind awash in pearl and jade, from the emerald plants that she could never name. You see, Madronas sometimes tear themselves apart to live another day as a sea star. When your only job's to stay close to the light, you might do anything just to stay alive. Just to stay alive. Don't be the woman for the man you know. You know he's most secure when he is on the road. For he can't leave the village, so it seems, but time it likes to hang inside our memories. Never take outsiders, they are secret spies. But what if they have cleaned out all the rot? She knew how to ask the questions that might hurt about the blood inside the ground, inside the dirt, inside the dirt. Will you walk with me? Hold my hand up to the mountaintop and see what we might see. Oh, my night of reckoning. Oh, make it to the light without your questioning. But will you dance with me? Watch me walk the steps along your feathered wing. Of the wild man's face, I'll bear the way and make it to the light, our family's final fate. and the emerald plants that she could never name. You see madronas sometimes tear themselves apart to live another day as a sea star, when your only job's to stay close to the light. You might do anything just to stay alive, just to stay alive. But will you walk with me? Hold my hand up to the mountain top and see what we might see on my night of reckoning. We'll make it to the light without your questioning. Thanks for writing such an inspiring piece, Kristen. And thanks to all of you for tuning in. Until next time.
The thing I love most about the Seattle art scene is its DIY spirit. I'm one of the artists that was helped by community-level classes and workshops and access to free museum days, and also the incredible art walks that happen every month in all different neighborhoods. I wouldn't be who I am today if it weren't for the Seattle art scene, and I'm so grateful that there's a community that continues to support artists of all levels. So no matter what you have or where you are, you can always make something true. Thanks, Seattle. I love you.
You're not weak, be strong. Don't think, just move on. Push all the pain deep down inside. Any casualties are justified. I'm on my way to glory. At least that's how I make it seem. So I tell myself that the end will justify the means. She ran away to hide, crossed the bay with the tide, buried deep inside the pain she couldn't face. He fled here long ago to escape demons and mystery. After all these years, to return, looking for answers. But what he would find, he couldn't know. A pile of soiled memories that's full of nightmares that will never let him go. He ran away to hide, across the bay with the tide, buried deep inside the pain he couldn't face. All these years of chasing stories, stories passed down long ago. Sing the song and find your glory. But there's something you don't know.
thing I love about the Seattle art scene is that I can always find something new and exciting to look at and to learn from and to just enjoy.
My favorite thing about the Seattle art scene is going down to Jazz Alley, seeing a great show, having dinner and dessert. And we've seen McCoy Tyner as well as Sweet Honey in the Rock, which is one of my favorite groups.
Hello, Bushwick friends. We miss you. Welcome to our home video. I'd like to express gratitude to Bushwick for the musical projects, something creative to collaborate on, an audience to sing and play for. Thank you for being out there like the sun hidden on a cloudy day.
What I especially liked about Kristen's book was the quality she brought when she was describing the surroundings and the plot, and I liked the melancholy bleakness of it all, I guess. And when we went to go write the song, we were trying to get some of those textures and qualities into the words and the chords. It came out a little more gospel-y, a little more open-ended, maybe a little more hopeful, but I think the book did too.
I'd like to share a quote from Kristen Millares Young from Subduction. Before the fall, before the flight, before the world split into glare and murk, there had been that, a room full of people making music like the ones who came before, the reel of years too long to hold in his mind. Kristen's book makes me want to walk on the beach at Nia Bay, and I wonder if what's left unsaid could become a sequel. We are connected in our own separate solitudes, wondering what next.
This is Left Undone, Long Solitude.
Left undone, a missing stepping stone across rapids, potential free fall into cold froth, somersaulting, slipping under, slipping under, left undone. Like a neglected hyphen, connecting meaning. Careless, strong words alter perception. Compromise communication. Devastation as opportunity. Dark minds hand in hand together. Silent custody of untold stories and never-ending solitude left unsaid. Silently suffering, despair, trauma, seeking solace like sand, tugging surf, the ferocity of isolation. Spirit of a drowned soul returns in different guises. Silent custody of untold stories and never-ending sorrow. gentle free fall into cold froth. Summer salting, slipping under, slipping under, slipping under. Summer salting, slipping under.
Welcome to the most wonderful Bushwick Quiz of the year. In continued celebration of our partnership with Hugo House, our contestants this month are 3 of the current 2020-2021 Hugo Fellows. Say hello to playwright Brian Dang.
Hello.
Novelist Cassidy Dice.
Hi.
And poet and visual artist Claire Johnson.
Hello.
Are you 3 ready to play?
I guess so. Here we go.
What we're looking for. Hugo House, of course, is an excellent place to read words, hear words, and make your own words better. But I want to know how much you all know about Huguenots, 16th century French Protestants and their descendants who held to the Calvinist tradition and faced persecution through the French Revolution. I'll give you each a name, and you'll answer simply Huguenot or not. First to 3 correct answers wins. I will mispronounce most of these. Brian, we'll start with you. Francois Leclerc.
Not a Huguenot.
Oh, no. Francois Leclerc was, in fact, a Huguenot. Also known as Jean de Bois, the first modern era pirate with a peg leg. All right. Cassidy, to you.
Let's do it.
Francois de Lannoy.
Oh my God, that's totally a Huguenot.
Oh, well. Yes, called Bras de Fer, Iron Arm. He was a army captain of the 16th century. Claire, Francois de Montglat.
I'm sorry, are they all named Francois?
This first round.
Could I have the name again, please?
Absolutely, Francois de Montglat.
Not.
That's correct.
Wow.
That was Françoise, excuse me. She was the royal governess of King Louis VIII of France and his siblings. Very good. Moving from the Francois to the Henris. Henri the First de Bourbon, Brian.
De Bourbon?
De Bourbon.
That can't be real. I'm gonna go with no again.
No. Seventh War of Religion by seizing the town of La Fère in November 1579. Can't believe you don't remember that. That's okay. Cassidy. Henri of Antioch.
Oh, yeah. No.
That's correct.
Wow.
Someone, you may also, he was also known as Henri de Poitiers. So, sorry for any confusion there. Claire, Henri II de Rohan.
Not.
No. He was Duke of Rohan and the Prince of Leon. His father was Rene II, Viscount of Rohan.
Can't believe I didn't know that.
That's all right. What
are you thinking, Claire?
Brian, Yolanda of Aragon.
I really love this name, so I want it to be real. I'm gonna say yes.
Alas, you cannot. But did help finance Joan of Arc's army in 1429.
So it's still a real person.
They're all real people.
Okay.
I didn't just sit here making up names I can't pronounce.
If they're all real people, it's like there's no way for us to guess correctly.
It's almost like I put intent toward that, Claire. Almost. Cassidy for the win. Adelhelm of Autun.
I have a feeling it's no.
That's correct.
Wow! 3 for 3.
Somehow, Cassidy knew that Adelholm was a Frankish nobleman of the 8th and 9th century from the Wilhelmid family. Nice work. We're
Yes,
going to
you
keep
studied,
going.
didn't you? You studied for this.
I don't know any of these people. I'm not even on the board yet.
Claire, Gaspard de Coligny.
No.
Alas, was a Huguenot and is also the namesake of Coligny, South Africa, among others. Brian, you could get right back in this.
Yeah.
Raoul II de Clermont.
Yes.
No. One of the most important generals of King Louis IX, though. Claire, let's go back to the Francois, just because I've got this one sitting here. Francois de Beauvais.
Sure.
Yes. All right.
This is gonna make me francophobic.
Brian, Petronilla of Aquitaine.
Yes.
No. It's confusing though, because according to my notes, she went by Alex after her marriage.
Petronilla to Alex.
Yeah.
I love this. I think it's a queer narrative. I'd like to know more.
Claire, Jacques de Sores.
Why not? Yes, Huguenot.
Yes, Huguenot. Yes, Huguenot. All right.
Oh my God.
Led a band of Huguenot pirates. His nickname was the Exterminating Angel. Brian, it's
wow.
Eudokia Comnene, Lady of Montpellier.
No.
That's correct.
Yes.
Relative of Byzantine Emperor Manuel I Komnenos, though her parentage has been subject to scholarly debate. Let's go to the descended from, a little more modern era. Judy Garland.
Wow. No.
Yeah, she was.
Yes.
Got Huguenot ancestry. How about Keith Richards?
Keith Richards. Oh my gosh. No.
Yeah, him too. Davy Crockett.
Davy Crockett. That's gotta be no.
Nah, that's
He was so ready to give you a point.
I know. He said that's got to be it. I'm pulling for it. Marlon Brando.
There's no way. No.
Yeah, him too.
Say yes.
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock. I feel like if I say, no.
That's correct.
I was like, I can't say yes this time because I feel like.
All right, for the win, for the closure, Ken Griffey Jr.
No.
That is correct.
Yeah.
We all made it.
Oh my gosh, somebody needs to write a short story with all those names in it.
That would be good. If only we knew some people with a writing fellowship. Which reminds me, the Hugo Fellowship supports emerging writers, providing space and resources to 4 to 6 fellows in the Seattle area to complete a proposed project. Brian Dang is completing a full-length play with the working title of Murder by Metaphor. Cassidy Dice is finishing her novel Caricature. And Claire Johnson is completing a hybrid form poetry manuscript, Will I Live Here When I Grow Up? Thank you all for playing.
Thank you. Thank you.
This poem is a Yo Mama joke. It's trying again to be funny. This poem is all Yo Mama is so dead. Your mother is dead. This poem can't be funny. Sweats on stage under the lights. This poem is awkward pauses where the audience was supposed to. The audience didn't The audience throws rotten hearts on stage. Boo-hoos. This poem is a joke, not ha-ha so funny or roll your eyes. This joke that is also a poem is like quit playing. That's not funny. This joke has gone on for too long, is interrupting your birthday. It's 36 days past its point and this better be fucking hysterical. This poem is not hysterical. It's not weeping and wailing. It's slow seep from a wound that will kill you. Better get that looked at. Oops, too late. This poem is dead already. Cannot believe it. Did not disintegrate. This poem whooshed up in flames, burned hot, left you its ash. This poem is not a joke, is a not funny quit playing. This poem cannot find its end. Punch, line. An octopus escapes the fishing net. Advice for my daughter as cephalopod. In this life where you must be both predator and delicacy, rend for yourself the tenderest bits. Enter a world, daughter, where you may drink brine and not be pickled. Lose remorse in the hunt for that which feeds you. Be sure there are 8 passions for each arm's embrace. In case your dreams are injured or cut short, by all means, keep yourself whole, even as you adapt with grace. Honey love, my sinuous structure, pure musculature and give, infinite flex and reshaping. Do not be confined to any world that would contain you. Be gentle, relentless manipulation. Hang on, love, or disappear in the confusion of your melanin, clouding the display, how they love to watch you squirm and ooze. Be not objects, entertainment. Remember how to pry open exits. Remember camouflage. Learn both lurk and listen. Eyes open to color of danger, of safety. Do not forget that tucked up in the unfurling of your pretty petticoat of a body, you are thought and plot, beak and brain, predator and delicacy. Feed. Upon inheriting your predecessor's inbox, your mother's estate, your father's fear of commitment, your country's least valued skin, each a commonplace, everyday, run-of-the-mill, ordinary cruelty. Surprise package the day after, in which the flowers you receive for your mother's death instead of Valentine's Day don't bloom, and as they yellow, you want to peel, to pry them open, force them into petal, and you fixate on wanting to do this instead of how today all your former lovers are coming to know their current lovers the way you open mouth kiss grief biblically. Today is after all a day to make love, even to your mother's corpse, with these flowers that die stingy-lipped and pinched. Smell my victory. I have no grievances tonight. Can abide my own company. I am all old pajamas and funky armpits, worked hard 8 days a week and kept it pushing. We don't need no invite to no party. We are the party, tired tonight. I spent my last $20 on rum and pad thai. It is a full moon. I would enjoy company. So I throw my head back and laugh at a marathon of bones on Netflix. Dead desiccated bodies are hilarious. I roll my eyes and pout at the neighbor too loud upstairs again, like that bitch don't ever work, sleep, or shut the fuck up. I sit in my own goddamn magic circle, company unto my own self. It's all right that my friends didn't call me back. I know it's raining because I can hear the tires outside my window flinging growing puddles back into the air. I've done something big today. I can hold the space for funky armpits and fool and moon and howl and work tired and alone happy and also
The Daily Grind.
Powdered sugar ground, no place to sit or lay, ground
dark and a soft spot, and still ain't no place to lay your head, and it won't hide you, neither nor head, and it won't hide you. You are ground out, profound ground. You are powdered sugar ground, no place to sit or lay ground. Tala tiara ground, mortal and pestle ground. Ground round, profound ground. And you figured that with the hole it's wearing in you, you gotta be wearing a hole in it. You are ground down, ground around, profound ground. And you wonder if when you get that hole in, you'll be too ground down to see it through, profound ground. You wonder if when you get that hole, if you'll be too ground down to see it through, to see it through.
One of my favorite things is the space and liberty we give ourselves and give each other to experiment and play around with our different genres or forms of art.
I love the art scene in Seattle. It's awesome, eclectic, interesting, visual arts, music, literature, theater, dance. We've got it all. A little more risk-taking, more affordability, more diversity added to the mix. That would be good.
I've been playing with the loaded gun while all you rabbits run for fun. I've been flirting with the dirty wolf. The moon is taking what he took. We've been burning all the evergreens with tufts of cotton at our sleeves. And I've been taking, I've been taking, I've been taking. I've been taken, I've been taken, I've been taken for free. I've been playing on the internet, just watching spiders build their webs. I've been maxing up my credit cards to drape myself in camouflage. that I was taken, 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 I was taken,
Glad you could tune in to celebrate the writing of Hugo House alumni Anastacia-Reneé, Kristen Millares Young, and Amber Flame. It's a real gift to be part of such a vibrant art scene, especially now, and your donations help fuel it. Thank you. Visit those forums if you haven't already while making some at-home noise for tonight's musicians: Shaudi, Bianca, Vahdat, Adra Boo, Okanomodé, Massey, Adé A Cônnére, Nottingham, Wicks, Seamons Briar, and Shaina Shephard, all of whom have their own links where you can find more of their work. The Bushwick Book Club Seattle thanks our season sponsors: Alicia Healy at the Winter Blue Room for technical and streaming support, the Bushwick production team, and again, you. Hope you can join us this coming Friday, December 18, for our Bushwick on Ice fundraiser livestream. And next after that is original music inspired by Prince's The Beautiful Ones on January 16th, 2021. To send you out, here's a little something Executive Director Jeff Larson and I recorded for Hugo House's Capital campaign last spring. Here's to a safe season and creative year ahead. Take care and be kind.
Hear 'em, see 'em, write 'em, read 'em, stick with us and you won't have to eat 'em. Spread one, have one, grab